Hello friends, welcome you all on Amazon Academy. This is Ashutosh Gautam. Hello guys. Someone is from Kashmir. BM is from West Bengal. Okay, 78. What does it mean by 78? Is there any from Kashmir? Yeah, I'm from Kashmir. AJ is from Kashmir. 78 is also from Kashmir. VJ says hi Mitro. Vyomesh here. Do you remember me from the last? Yes, I do remember you. Hello. So in the last lecture we have studied inductive effect, mesomeric effect, and its applications. So firstly we will revise all the topics we have studied in the last class, as we have planned this according to what Benko's forgetting curve theory. So this whole crash course was planned according to that only. We'll revise something from the last lecture and then we will move ahead. So have you done your DPPs of the lecture 1? Hello US. Hello KM. Any doubt from DPP 1? Any doubt from DPP 1? Or otherwise we'll move ahead. Any doubt from the DPP 1? We can discuss or we'll move ahead. So question number 1. What is the issue? Question number 1. Question number 1 says this. Okay, let's move to the PPT, then I'll explain there. Let's start the session. We are going to study today we'll discuss question number 1 and 8. Firstly I'll let you know what we are going to study in this chapter. In this lecture we are going to study hyperconjugation and its applications, like heat of hydrogenation, stability comparison of alkene. Then we'll go for SIR effect and SIP effect and all applications of inductive hyperconjugation and mesomeric, and we can solve acidic and basic strength problems on the basis of all the factors we have studied till that. Sir, how I get DPPs? You can get the DPPs from the join. Near the join button you have dropping down arrow, so from there you can download the DPPs and notes. Okay, let's start the session. So this is Ashutosh Gautam from Kota, and these are the live class best practice. You already know. Be polite with your peers and teachers. Don't use the uncivilized language. If you have any major doubt, you can ask in my doubt section. System requirement is Chrome or Firefox, Android version 6 or above, or 5 Mbps speed is needed. So this crash course was actually planned according to this data analysis, which was done in month of Feb on 62 papers of JEE Mains. We found 45 chapters out of 91 are very important. If you do all these chapters by heart, you can get 190 plus marks. So we are going to study these 45 chapters in two parts: 19 chapters before March and remaining 26 chapters in between March and April. So, and next one is we will give you dedicated timetable so that you can follow this timetable to get the maximum result. So let's start the session. So these are the chapters we are going to cover in March, and this is the these are the chapters which we will cover between March and April. So in today's session we will study hyperconjugation, types of hyperconjugation, application, and comparison of acidic and basic strength. You can consider some more topics like SIR, SIP, and acid base reactions. You'll get the timetable there only in the drop down menu. Let's start with the revision of inductive effect and resonance. So these are the questions through which we can go through. We will discuss the DPP after this question. So answer, what is the correct order of inductive effect? We have studied it in the last lecture. Please let me know the answer. What would be the answer, correct order of inductive effect? Yes, UJ, this would be enough if you have studied earlier and you are here to revise and to get some important topics and tips. Yomesh says A. AJ says A. Okay. So how to identify whether the compound is plus I or minus I? Let's have an example. You have something. Let's have an example. You have compound A, and you need to identify whether it will be plus I or minus I. Ask some questions like these 4 questions: whether this A compound is negatively charged, or it is an alkyl group, or it is deuterium or tritium, or it is SiH3. If you are asking all these 4 questions to the A, if any one of this question gets the answer yes, that means this A would be what, plus I. Otherwise, if you get the answer no, that means this would be minus I only. Okay, so let's start with this O minus. Asking this question, if this is negatively charged, yes, that means it is a plus I, and then this is a alkyl group, and this is a 3-degree alkyl group. That means this should be 1 negatively charged, this should be 2, and then the last one should be this. So this is not the correct order. What about this? Here this should be first, this should be second, and this should be third. So this is also not a correct order. Now this one, negatively charged, yes, number 1, number 2 alkyl group, number 3 deuterium, and number 4 H. So C would be the correct answer. Yes, SK says C, that means this would be the correct answer, C. So let's move to the DPP. Question number 1. Question number 1 says azulene. This is very important compound, guys. Azulene, which confuses many of you. This is a quasi aromatic compound. This is a quasi aromatic compound. This compound remain in its polar form like this. This compound remain in its polar form like this. This bond shift here, and this bond shift here. What you will get? Let's have an example. You'll get positive charge here, and you'll get negative charge here. Okay, so it would behave like this. This 5-member ring will be positively charged, and this 7-member ring will be what, negatively charged. Approach please, guys. This is an example of quasi aromatic compound. Actually, what happens if you ask this question, if this form exists as major form of this compound, that means the compound would be non-polar. But actually compound behave very polar. That means this resonating structure contributes less compared to that contributing structure, which is actually polar, and dipole moment of this compound is exceptionally high, which shows that this particular resonating structure contribute less than this resonating structure, which contributes more in the resonance hybrid. That's why it behave as polar. So dipole moment of this molecule is directly from 5-member to 6-member. What is the direction of dipole moment? From positive to negative. So the direction would be this, from the smaller ring to the larger ring. So what would be the answer? The answer would be, it is an aromatic compound. Yes, it is 10 pi electron system. That's why it is aromatic compound. Secondly, it has dipolar structure with non-zero dipole moment. Yes, it has very high amount of magnitude of dipole moment. Yes, second is true. Dipole moment direction would be 5-member to 7-member. Yes, it would be positively charged, and this would be negatively charged. So C also right. There is a delocalization of pi electrons in 10 p orbitals. First is correct. It is an aromatic compound. It has dipole structure with non-zero dipole moment. Yes, dipole moment direction directed from 5 member to the 7 membered. Yes, positive to negative. And there is delocalization of 10 pi electron system. Yes, delocalization of 10 pi electron system. That means whole 4 choices are correct. Quasi aromatic. Quasi aromatic means, quasi means similar, almost similar or almost. So they are different compound, but they are almost aromatic. Getting my point? So they are almost aromatic. They behave in polar form. They remain in polar form. They are called as quasi aromatic compound, which are positively charged and negatively charged. Charged aromatic compounds. They are almost aromatic compounds. So this is it. Let's move to the any other doubt from the DPP. Question number 1 has done. Any other doubt? Question number 8. Okay, fine. Question number 8 says consider the following compounds. One is benzene, the other have chlorine, the other have NHCS3, and the last one has NO2. Electrophilic substitution. How you will solve this question? Let me solve here. Electrophilic aromatic substitution means electrophile is about to attack on the benzene ring. So benzene ring must have higher electron density so that electrophile can attack easily. So if we attach NH nitrogen into it, NHCS3, it will increase the electron density in the benzene ring. It is easy. That means it has higher electron density because lone pair is going into the resonance with the benzene ring. So the electron density on the third would be highest. Then the benzene ring, that means the first, which would not be having any electron withdrawing group. Then the chlorine, which would be having minus I, and the last one would be NO2, which would be having what, minus M, which decreases the electron density from the benzene ring very fast and high. That means what would be the answer? Third, then first, third, and then first, and then second, and then fourth. That means answer would be what? 4. So this is the way to answer. A, B, D. Okay, correct the answer. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Correct the answer. Let me check the answer. Let me check the answer first. Let me clear it first. This would be like this. Okay. This is it. So I mean it correct or not? Yes. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. This way. So this will move like this. This will move like this, and it will form an aromatic compound like this. Negatively charged here. Yes. This would be the double bond. And this, and that. So actually it would behave like this. This would be positively charged, and this would be what? Negatively charged. So direction would be what? This direction would be this. So what is the answer? C, choice is dipole moment of the direction 5 to 7. No, 7 to 5. That's why. Clear? So this would be the answer, A, B, D. Yes. So let's move to the next part of it. How many of the following group have plus I effect? How many of the following has plus I effect? Plus I. Ask all 4 questions like it has alkyl group, or negatively charged, or it has D or H, it is SiH3. If you get the answer no, that means it would be what? Minus I. If you get the answer yes, that means they would be what? Plus I. चलो जल्दी बताओ. How many of the following groups have plus I effect? 7. Let's check. Plus I, plus I, plus I. This is a minus I. O minus is negatively charged. That means this would be what? Plus I. NH2 is no alkyl group, no negatively charged, minus I. Negatively charged, that means plus I. Carboxylic acid, no alkyl group, no negatively charged, that means minus I. Negatively charged, that means plus I. Alkyl group matlab plus I. Oxygen, ask with the oxygen, it is what? It is not alkyl group or negatively charged, that means it is would be minus I. Fluorine would be minus I, and NF3 which is positively charged, that means this would be what? Very, very highly. What happened? So plus I, calculate the plus I, B, D and F, and lastly this Me. So answer would be what? 4. So 4 would be plus I. Yes. Let's move to the next part to revise about the resonance. Considering which of the following is incorrect. Leave this option. This is repeated. So choose from A, C and D. Which of the following is incorrect? Sir, 5. No. Answer would be 4. No. Of the last question. So which of the following is incorrect? Resonating structures are real and have real existence. No. They all are hypothetical. That means first incorrect statement is A. Yes. You all got the question right. Contributing structures are hypothetical, having no real existence. Absolutely correct. Contributing structures are less stable than the resonance hybrid. Yes, absolutely correct. That means answer would be what? A. This is incorrect. They are hypothetical. Let's move to the next part of it. Resonance energy, very, very important. And let me do it in this way. Let me mark it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and your answer would be like 1, 3, 5, 7. In the given pair of compounds, select the one which is having let me make it easier, higher resonance energy. In the given pair of compounds, select the one which is having higher resonance energy. What would be the answer? Select the one from the option A, select the one from the option B, select the one which is from the option C, and select the one from the option C. You need to consider 3 points here. First is aromaticity. If a compound showing aromaticity, that means that would be having higher resonance energy. Next is ease of resonance. These two concepts can help you deciding the compound having higher resonance energy. Chalo, come on. What would be the answer? After this, we'll start hyperconjugation and today's lecture. Let's revise it and then we'll move to the hyperconjugation. First and third, your answer would be in 4 digits. 1357. You repeated the same. Yes, मेरा ही repeat कर दिया तुमने. Come on. 1537 1357. Very good. 1537 1357. One six three eight. Let's start solving the problem. In the first option, this compound is what? Aromatic, and this is non-aromatic. So first is correct. In B option, this is aromatic. This is non-aromatic. This is aromatic with 6 pi electron system, cyclic system. So 5, we can say 5 here. Okay. What about third and fourth? It is aromatic. This is non-aromatic. Yes, so third. Okay, it is coming in this way only. This is nitrogen. This is aromatic. This is also aromatic. Exactly same. Luckily, I wrote the correct answer. So nitrogen can supply its electron easily because it has less electronegativity. That's why the answer would be what? 1357 only. So we have revised the last lecture. Let's move to the hyperconjugation part. Hyperconjugation, let's start the topic. Hyperconjugation, it is of two types. One is plus H and the other one is what? Minus H. It is otherwise called as Baker-Nathan effect. Or no bond resonance. Okay, let's move. Plus H, that means it is you God sir. Why? Plus H, that means electron donating effect, and minus H means electron withdrawing effect. Let me ask a question. Starting with plus H effect. Let me ask the question. Plus F effect is used to compare the stability of A alkene, B carbocations, C alkyl boranes. Very important question. And D all of above. What would be your answer? Firstly, let me check your point. What would be your answer? Alkene, carbocations, alkyl boranes, or D all of above? Anjali says D. KP says AB, 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 AB. नमस्ते बड़े भैया, सॉरी फॉर बीइंग लेट. अरे भाई तूने हिंदी में पढ़ तो लिया, फिर क्यों आए हो? चलो बढ़िया, कोई बात नहीं, रिवीजन कर लो. ओके, तो गौरव says D, AB says, Ansh says AB, PP says B. Okay, let me correct you guys. The answer would be what? D. Alkene, you know about alkene, carbocation, but these alkyl boranes are as good as carbocation. Let me explain you. What is the difference between a carbocation and alkyl borane? Nothing. It is just a difference of carbon and boron. It has a vacant orbital. Yes. It has a positive charge. Yes. It does not have positive charge but have a vacant orbital. So boron is as good as a carbocation. Consider this. Boron is as good as carbocation to answer. Getting my point? Chalo. So let's start with the plus H effect. Plus H effect of this plus H effect is of two types. One is sigma pi and the other one is sigma positive. Positive means vacant or vital. This is used to explain the stability of alkene, and this is used for explaining the stability of carbocation and alkyl boranes. This was experienced by Becker and Nathan. They experienced actually increase of bond length here. They experienced the decrease in bond length here, and they found that this CH bond is relatively longer compared to the standard CH bond. So the bond length of this CH bond was relatively higher than the standard CH bond. So they conclude a theory that this CH bond momentarily breaks into CH plus and C minus. Now this C minus go for conjugation. This is a different kind of conjugation, that's why it is called as hyperconjugation. This H remain here in its vicinity only. So in this way all alpha H can show hyperconjugation. So these alpha H, these H which are present next to the sp2 carbon, is they are called as alpha H. So as the number of alpha H increases, delocalization of pi bonds increases. So stability of alkene increases. So let me ask a question. Compare stabilities of the given alkene. Let's have an example. First one is this, second one is this, third one is this, fourth one is this, and fifth one is this. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So what would be the decreasing order of stabilities of all these alkenes? What would be the decreasing order of stabilities? Yes, this is called as no bond resonance. I couldn't see the name of hyperconjugation. Becker-Nathan effect or no bond resonance. Okay, no bond resonance. Why it is called as no bond resonance? Because there is no bond formed between C and H. This is no bond situation. That's why it is called as no bond resonance. So JB says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any other answer? JB says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. Do you really think trans alkene and cis alkene are equally stable? Do you really think trans and cis alkene are exactly same stability? Okay, firstly we will count the alpha H. It has 12 alpha H, 3 plus 3 plus 3 and plus 3. It has 9 alpha H, it has 6 alpha H, it has 6, and this one also have 6 alpha H. So we can answer, we can point these orders easily. Now we need to compare between among all these three. It is geminal alkene. This is called a geminal alkene when both the methyl group are of the same carbon. This is called as trans alkene, and this is called as cis alkene. As we know, cis have steric repulsion of CH3, whereas trans does not have steric repulsion. That means we can conclude trans would be more stable than cis. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. That means we can mark this as it is. So now the question arises between geminal and the trans one. Let's do it in the next page. Let me compare with the trans and cis. If I'll go for hyperconjugation here, it will create a negative charge here. Negative charge on 1 degree carbon. Whereas if I'll go for hyperconjugation here, it will create a negative charge on the 2-degree carbon. Carbon or negative charge is more stable on 1-degree carbon, whereas unstable on 2-degree carbon due to plus I of this CH3 group. So it has a relatively better hyperconjugation. So when alpha H is same, we can say it has relatively better hyperconjugation because it creates negative charge on primary carbon, whereas this creates negative charge on the secondary carbon. Getting my point? Follow clear? Is it okay? So in case of geminal alkene, trans alkene and cis alkene, you will answer like this if alpha H is same. Getting my point? Let's do the other question, which is very important. Compare the stabilities, which will give you one more idea to do the question. A, B, C. Compare the stabilities of all three. Then we will move ahead. GTC आपका आज्ञाकारी छात्र. Okay. KP Donsman. अच्छा. Okay. Very good, very good, very good, guys. Keep doing, keep answering. A, B, C. GS, can you write the answer, or you can explain the answer? What is the basics behind this question? What is the reason to answer A, B, C? 312. Vyomesh says 312. Firstly, you need to consider the answer would be what? Yes, the answer is A, then B, and then C. A, B, and C. Alkenes are unstable. Okay, fine. Look, guys, this compound A has resonance or conjugation. That means this would be most stable. This would be most stable. Now we need to compare this. This is a conjugated alkene, whereas this is isolated. Isolated means if two or more than two sigma bonds are present between two pi bonds, that means this would be isolated alkene, isolated dienes. And if two double bonds are consecutive, their loosely bonded electron density repel each other. Loosely bonded electron density. Pi electron density is loosely bonded, so they repel each other, and because of that, potential energy of the system increases, which decreases the stability of the compound. So there would be repulsion between these two pi bonds, which actually increases the potential energy of the system and decreases the stability. So the order would be A, B, C. First would be conjugated, then the isolated, and the last one would be cumulated. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Let's try a question. Let me explain first. Plus H, alkene resonance. This is the resonance which was in alkene, in which CH bond participate, in which CH bond participates, and pi bond breaks. So sigma bond of CH and pi bond of this. So this is first kind of plus H hyperconjugation, sigma and pi hyperconjugation. The second one is sigma and positive hyperconjugation, which shows the stability of carbocation. Let me explain with this example. If a carbocation have alpha H, this can stabilize the carbocation by delocalizing its positive charge on hydrogen. This CH bond breaks, which creates a positive charge and negative charge on the carbon. Negative and positive form a bond. So now what actually happening? this positive charge is delocalizing over number of H. The positive charge get delocalized over 4 atoms, so this positive charge gets stabilized. So carbocation gets stabilized if number of alpha H are relatively more. Let's compare the stability of these 3 carbocations. First one is this, this, and this. What would be the answer of A, B, C? If we can say carbocation stability is directly proportional to what? Number of alpha H here. So what would be the answer? The answer would be 9 alpha H here. Here it would be having 6 alpha H and 3. Yes, the answer GS says 1, 2, 3. Yes, absolutely correct. अब second one is ये करके दिखाओ. What would be the answer of this? Very, very, very easy question it was. Now let's move to the next part of it. What would be the correct order of stability of ABCD? This is the most confusing question related to hyperconjugation and inductive. They're already in order. Okay, D, C, B, A. Are you sure? Okay, D, C, B, A. A, B, C, D. GS says A, B, C, D. Yes, that's why I call it as very confusing question. Let me count the number of alpha H. It has 0 alpha H. It has 1 alpha H. It has 2 alpha H. It has 3 alpha H. So if I'll consider inductive effect, this would be the highest. If I consider in hyperconjugation, this would be the of highest stability. That means considering inductive or hyperconjugation, I know hyperconjugation effect is the powerful effect compared to the inductive one. That's why the answer would be D, and then C, and then B, and then last one would be A. So answer would be DCBA. DCBA. Consider hyperconjugation, guys, not the inductive. That's why it is called as confusing question. It looks so big, so we think like the plus I of this compound would be very high. So this one is very confusing. Let's start with the question. This is a carbocation. Now this question was asked in IIT 2013. The hyperconjugation is tertiary butyl carbocation, and tubutene respectively are. This is a carbocation. You need to find out the type of hyperconjugation, and this is an alkene. What would be the answer? Very good question दोस्तों जल्दी से बताओ. Please tell me what would be the answer of this question. Plot twist. Yes, Anjali says A, AS says B. Vyomesh say B. Okay, let me check it once. Abhi says B. Okay, fine. Let me check. In terms of carbocation, there is hyperconjugation between a sigma bond, CH sigma bond, and a vacant orbital. Vacant orbital is otherwise called as p orbital. So that means it is sigma and p vacant. We can say this is hyperconjugation between sigma and p vacant. Where is sigma and p vacant? This is filled, no filled. This is vacant. That means this is correct. And what about this? We can say this is hyperconjugation between a sigma CH and a pi bond. Or in a more correct sense, we can say this is a hyperconjugation between sigma CH and pi anti-bonding. This is the more appropriate answer. Pi anti-bonding. And this is p empty, vacant orbital. So answer would be what? A. Very correct. Let's move to the next part of the hyperconjugation, that is application of hyperconjugation. Application of hyperconjugation, or application number A, it is used to compare stability of alkene, very important. Secondly, stability of carbocation. Third, it is used to compare heat of hydrogenation of the compound. D, used to compare heat of combustion. So these are major 4 applications. Let's move. Compare stability of alkene. We can compare the stability of alkene and carbocation, we have already discussed. Let's move to the next part of it, heat of hydrogenation. Before that, we'll go for some questions. Let's do some questions. Stability order, let leave it. What would be the order of stability? What is the hint? Let me give a hint. Resonance is more powerful effect compared to the hyperconjugation. Considering this hint, answer, what would be the order of stability of ABCD? And aromaticity is the best quality resonance. So what would be the your answer? Please give. What would be the order of stability of A, B, C, D? Considering this, resonance is better than hyperconjugation and aromaticity is the best quality resonance. D, B, C, A. JV says D, B, C, A. Please write your name, JV, so that we can connect. Keep attending the classes, guy. Keep attending the classes, guys. No problem would be there. Okay, A is in last. Okay, let me answer this question. This has no resonance. This does not have any resonance. This would be having resonance between 2 pi bonds. This would be having resonance between 3 pi bonds, but all pi bonds are in same ring, creates aromaticity. Getting? So D would be having highest stability, then B, and then C, and lastly would be A. So this would be the order of stability. This is aromatic. This has 3 pi bonds in conjugation. This has 2 pi bond in conjugation. There is no resonance here. So this is the answer. Getting my point? Yes, sir. Correct. DBCA. Okay. Now let us discuss one more application of hyperconjugation, which is heat of hydrogenation. Very important, which actually answer all your questions related to heat of hydrogenation and resonance energy. What is heat of hydrogenation? If I hydrogenate this cycloalkene in presence of a nickel catalyst, it will convert into cyclohexane and some amount of energy would be released, 29 kilocalorie. This is the experimental data, and in terms of delta H, it would be minus 29 kilocalorie. This is an exothermic process. Why it is exothermic process? Because a weak pi bond breaks and two strong CH sigma bond forms. As we know, bond formation always an exothermic process. That's why energy is released, and this is an exothermic process. Now answer this. If I hydrogenate this compound in presence of nickel catalyst, it will also convert into cyclohexane, and it will create not 2, it will create 4 CH sigma bond. The amount of energy released would be how much kilocalorie? What would be the answer? Write your answer. What would be the answer, guys? How much? 4 hydrogens. That means 2. If I hydrogenate this, it will release 29 kilocalorie. What would be the data here? Minus 58. Yes, it would be 58. In terms of delta H, it would be minus 58. Yes, beautiful. This is example A, this is B, and this is C. Let's move to the next part, which will help you to answer about the resonance energies. If I hydrogenate this compound, what will happen? It will create the same compound. So the product would be same in all three options, and the amount of energy release would be what? How much kilocalorie? Option A, it would be 58 only. Option B, it is higher than 58. Or C, it would be lower than 58. Or D, ये भी पहले आंसर मत कर यार, तेरे को पता है बेचारे दूसरे बच्चे परेशान हो रहे हैं. बाद में आंसर कर, बाद में. Lower than 58. Why? AG says lower than 58. Why? Because if we compare the stability of B and C, that means C would be more stable. Why it would be more stable? Why it would be more stable? Because it has resonance. If it is more stable, already stable, that means it will release less energy. Let me try to explain through a potential energy curve. All three compounds have product cyclohexane. Now if this level shows the potential energy of cyclohexene, the difference between the potential energy would be what? 29 kilocalorie. If this energy level would be of dienes, this difference would be of 58. And because the option C is resonance stabilized, it will come down from compound B. That means somewhere here. This would be the energy profile of this conjugated compound. That means this data would be lesser than 58. That is for sure, because this compound is more stable than this. Getting my point? So how much it would be? It can only be known practically, and it was found 55.5. Now what about this? What is this? 2.5 kilocalorie. What is this? What is this is called as? What this 2.5 called as? Suppose resonance would have not been there in this compound, the energy of this compound would have been here. That means this energy is theoretical and this is experimental. So delta H experimental and theoretical. The difference between delta H theoretical and experimental, this is called as stabilization occurred due to resonance. That's why this is called as what? Resonance energy. This is the energy which is called as resonance. Getting my point? This is the data. If resonance would have not been here, that means the energy profile of this compound also being here. Getting my point? So the delta difference between theoretical and practical, the energy difference is called as what? 2.5, and this stabilization is due to resonance. That's why it is called as what? Resonance energy. Getting my point? So this is resonance energy, guys. So we can compare the, now what is the point? The point is we can compare the what? Heat of hydrogenation of different compounds if point, mark my point, if product of all the compounds are same. We can compare the heat of hydrogenation of the compounds if product of all the compounds are same. Then only we can compare. Getting my point? Okay, okay, fine. Let's move to the question. Now we can compare the heat of hydrogenation. Go for this question and compare. Now this is 1, suppose this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now answer like this: 1, 3, 5, 7. which has higher heat of hydrogenation between these 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and 7 and 8. This is a very beautiful question. You will answer in, you will surely be wrong at least in one option. I think so. Make me wrong. 2358. One answer is 2358 pp. SS is 1358. आंसर नहीं बताया केपी. No, 1358. GM says 1358. One says 1467. Please write your name. GS, please write your name. CH says 2358. Write your name, guys. Let me check once. The first one was, it was already discussed, heat of hydrogenation. So here the answer would be 1. What about the B? B has 3. It has heat of hydrogenation 29. At least this benzene would be having higher than the 29, not lower than the 29. It should liberate 87 kilocalorie, 29 into 3, but because it has aromaticity and resonance, it actually releases 51. So resonance energy would be what? 87 minus 51 karte hain, so that would be 86. So this actually is very interesting one. You think this is aromatic, this is non-aromatic, that's why this would be having more stability. That means this would be having higher resonance energy, okay, high heat of hydrogenation, but this is not so. What about this? What about this? 6, because it is more stable. It has alpha H. This is more stable. If it is more stable, this is unstable. Heat of hydrogenation is inversely proportional to stability of compound. And what about this? It has alpha H 10. It has less alpha H. That means 7. So answer would be what? 1, 3, 6, and 7. 1, 3, 6, 7. 1, 3, 6, 7. So no one marked the actually right answers. 1, 3, 6, and 7. We can say heat of hydrogenation, HOH, is directly proportional to, firstly, number of pi bonds. If number of pi bonds same, if they are same, if number of pi bonds same, पहले हम देखेंगे, if same, then 1 upon stability. First you look for number of pi bonds and then then 1 upon stability of the compound. The 3 is more stable. No, 3 is not stable, my dear friend. Let me take you to the energy profile. If I'll write benzene somewhere, I'll not write benzene here. I'll not write benzene here. Benzene will come around here. This would be benzene. And it will liberate 51. That's why I'm telling, if you are comparing HOH, first look for number of pi bonds. Look for pi bonds, and then if same, if number of pi bonds same, then look for 1 upon stability of the compound. Let me ask one more question which will make you excited about the organic chemistry. Which would be more stable? A, cyclohexane, or B, benzene? Which would be more stable? When I say which is more stable, that means which is more thermodynamically stable. Very beautiful question. Our heart says B, but our mind says A. B. Check out in this graph, benzene is somewhere here and cyclohexane is somewhere here. It has lesser potential energy. Lesser potential energy, that means potential energy is inversely proportional to what? Stability. Getting my point? Follow the heart. The answer would be what? Cyclohexane has lower potential energy than the benzene. Benzene is more reactive. It has loosely bonded electron density, pi bond. It does not have any pi bond. It has all strong CH sigma bonds. It has 3 pi bonds, weak pi bonds. These are reactive pi bonds. It does not have any reactive bond. Beautiful question. Come on. Let's move to the very important topic, which is comparison of acidic strength. And let me summarize everything we have studied till now. Acidic strength is directly proportional to stability of conjugate base, which is usually what? Negatively charged. And that is directly proportional to what? Minus m minus h minus I, inversely proportional to plus m plus h plus I. First point. Second one is, you need to consider aromaticity is the strongest effect, then resonance, and then hyperconjugation, and then inductive. You need to consider in this way. Back bonding come somewhere here. Back bonding is the best quality resonance before aromaticity. Third one is, you need to revise about the mesomeric effect. M effect works similarly at ortho position and para position. Mesomeric effect at meta position does not work. Similarly for hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation works similarly for ortho and para position, and it does not work at meta position. Fourth, we need to learn about the dancing resonance, which we are not going to cover today. And what about the fifth one? You need to learn about the SIR effect, steric inhibition of resonance. If you know all 5 things, you can answer each and every question of the topic related to acidic strength. Getting my point? Nice one, AG. Heart is wrong. Follow the brain. He is correct. Okay. Okay. Let's start the topic with a question. Which of the following is the weakest acid? Then we will go for what? We'll go for SIR after this. Steric inhibition of resonance we'll cover. Which of the following is the weakest acid? Weakest. Okay, let me point out some more things. 6th point, that is acidic strength is directly proportional to the concentration of H plus, inversely proportional to pH, directly proportional to Ka, inversely proportional to pKa. This is also the point which I want to make. Let's concentrate on this question. AP says memories. Yes. A. RS says A, BD says B, JB says B, KP says memories, ES says C, SS says C. Okay. As we know, OH is showing plus M effect, which is not good for acidic strength. So your answer should be what? C. B. Ansh say B. Maybe C. Ballu says B. Gaurav says C. Okay, fine. Now this is OH, which would be at the meta position, which is at the meta position, which shows minus I, which is good for acidic strength. It does not have any group. This would show plus M effect, whereas this is the most important enigmatic compound. So this would be compound which would be having highest acidic strength because of the hydrogen bonding of conjugate base. So the conjugate base of this compound will get stabilized by hydrogen bonding. So this would be the highest acidic. The acidic strength order would be like this: D, and then C, and then A, and then B. Getting my point? So this is the answer. Let's move to the next part of it. Select the strongest acid in each of the following sets. पहले set में and the second set में you need to search for the strongest acid. You need to answer like this. Answer like this. If you think A is the one which is having highest acidic strength, answer A. And if you think A is the one which is having highest acidic strength, the answer would be like this: AA, AB, BC, CD. Right, in this way, in this format. Sir, but reactivity is less at meta position. Yes. So what? BA. JB says BA. RS says BA. KP says BA. Okay. We need to learn about the similarly mesomeric effect. It is plus H. It is minus M. आपका आज्ञाकारी छात्र के भी ओके AG says BC अंश SS says why BA I don't know why. Let's discuss. It has minus I and it is plus M. So among all these four, minus M increases the acidic strength. That's why B would be the option here. Now what about this? NO2 is minus I, chlorine says minus I, CS3 is plus I. So which is having minus I better? NO2 has minus I better compared to the fluorine. If you go for lecture 1, you can get the order there. So NO2 has better minus I, that means answer would be B and then A. Getting my point? Bolo. Is it clear? Okay, fine. Let's move to the next part. SIR effect. This is very beautiful concept as it has a name SIR. Sir, what is the full form of this? Steric inhibition of resonance. This concept is called as yahi hai wo concept. Yahi hai wo, that means this is the concept which I want to teach you in this lecture in a better way. Let me explain with an example. If you would have not been known about steric inhibition of resonance, and you need to, if you would have need to answer the acidic strength order of these two compounds, compare the acidic strength of these two compounds. If I don't know about the steric inhibition of resonance, I'll consider like this. It has plus I and plus H, which will decrease the acidic strength. So the answer should be what? This. A should be more acidic than B, according to my knowledge, if I don't know steric inhibition of resonance. But the correct answer is this. If you know, the reason is SIR. Now we need to learn about SIR, otherwise we'll consider only plus I and plus H and make this question wrong. Why? Let me explain in the next page what actually happens. Carboxylic acid will give H plus and form a conjugate base, and we need to stabilize the conjugate base so that it become a good acid. So now this negative charge will go into resonance with this C double bond O, but this C double bond O is already busy with benzene ring. So now what is happening? This oxygen is doing cross resonance. This is crossing O minus. Double cross. This is double crossing what? O minus, and making resonance with benzene also. In other way, benzene is supplying pi electron density to the C double bond O. In other way, this benzene is showing plus M to destabilize this negative charge. That means this plus M actually increasing the negative charge in this area by supplying electrons. This plus M effect is not good for acidic strength. It is not good. Now what to do? We put a bulky group here. Now what would this bulky group do? This would shift this C double bond O minus out of the plane of the benzene ring. It is like this. Suppose this is a benzene ring, p orbital. It has 6 p orbitals. All 4 carbons have p orbitals, and this is COO minus oxygen p orbitals. They are in the same plane. Let's have an example. They are in the same plane. This is a benzene plane, and this is a COO minus plane. Now CH3 at the ortho position will create a steric hindrance, and it will make or throw this C double bond O minus out of the plane of the benzene ring. Now the p orbitals of benzene ring and COO minus is perpendicular to each other. They cannot form a pi bond together. They can form pi bond together only when they are in the same plane. So bulky group at the ortho position throw this COO minus out of the plane of the benzene ring, which will not allow the resonance with the benzene ring. Now what will happen? Because of this COO minus become out of the plane of the benzene ring, this will not go for resonance. That means this COO minus is now out of the plane of the benzene ring because of this CH3. So plus M effect of the benzene ring will not occur, which was not good for acidic strength. That's why the acidic strength of this compound actually increases. So anyone who can actually throw this COO minus out of the benzene out of the plane from the benzene ring will actually increase the acidic strength of benzoic acid. Getting my point? This is called as ortho effect. So what all are the compounds which can actually throw this COO minus out of the plane of the benzene ring? We need a bulky group here. So bulky groups are needed to throw this sp2 group, which were doing resonance with the benzene ring previously. Now it will become out of the plane. So for SIR to be shown, we need two things. One is sp2 bulky group, which will be thrown out of the plane of the benzene ring. Second one is a bulky group, only bulky group, which will make this sp2 group out of the plane. So we need two things. One is sp2 bulky, the other one is bulky. It might be sp2 or sp3 or nothing. We need bulky group at ortho position so that this sp2 bulky become out of the plane. So SIR effect can be shown by bulky group. So what are the bulky groups we can show SIR? There are many bulky groups, but we need to learn about the compounds or groups which does not show SIR effect. H, D, T, OH, NH2, CN, CH2 minus, CH2 plus, CH2 radical. These are the compounds, and fluorine. These are the compounds or groups or elements which will not show SIR. They will not show SIR. Rest all will show SIR. Rest all are bulky. These are non-bulky groups. They cannot create SIR. So rest all are bulky. Let's have an example to understand this. If I say CH3 and this is ethyl, which is more acidic, more the SIR, more will be the acidic strength. Guys, why plus H is not good? Actually, plus H or plus I or plus M all are not good for acidic strength, because conjugate base are negatively charged, and negatively charged with these electron donating species, negative charge increases, which will further decrease the stability of the conjugate base. A is more acidic. Why? D would be having more SIR. D and T are what, guys? D for deuterium, tritium. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Wow. So A would be having lesser SIR and B would be having more SIR. If I'll make it like this, C double bond OH, I'll make like this, it will also create higher SIR. So if bulkiness of the group increases, SIR effect increases, so acidic strength, what? It would increase. So B and then C would be far better. Getting my point? Let's move to the next part of it. Let's do some questions to understand better of SIR. Select the strongest acid in each of the following sets. Leave. We'll go for SIR. We'll choose this. Steric inhibition of resonance takes place. For steric inhibition of resonance to occur, we need two things. First one is sp2 group, which is bulky, which will become out of the plane of the benzene ring. The second one is bulky group. We need two things. So let's answer. पढ़ लो चलो, come on. Steric inhibition of resonance takes place in which of the following compound? Answer this. Make it fast. Steric inhibition of resonance takes place in which of the following compound? Hello, AG, answer please. AG, answer please. You have the same initials. We share actually initials. AG, so answer fast. BD says D, SC says A, SA says A, GM says D. Okay, fine. Let me check these 2 points. NMe3, which is having lone pair, it can go into resonance and make it sp2. So to stop the resonance, we have a bulky group CH3. So yes, the SIR would be there here. NH2 is not bulky. It cannot create SIR. It is not bulky. It is not bulky. It is not bulky. It cannot create SIR. SO3H is actually sp3. S double bond O OH, and this. We need sp2 bulky. This is not sp2. This is not sp2. So this will not consider in the SIR. What about this? This is sp2, but at ortho position there is no bulky group. So SIR would not be present here. Similarly, it is bulky. Yes, it is bulky, but there is no bulkiness here. So answer would be what? Answer would be in D only. We need to think twice about these 2 points. JB the only, or SA is the only person which answer actually D. Let's move to the next part. Very beautiful question based on the SIR effect. Which of the following statements would be true about the compound? Bond length can be compared based on SIR, because SIR decreases the resonance from the benzene ring. If resonance decreases, double bond character decreases, single bond character increases. So SIR actually increases the bond length. So come on. AP says C. GS says C. Okay, very good. That means this is sp2 bulky, which will become out of the plane of the benzene ring if it has a bulky group at the ortho position. Yes, and this is also in the same situation. So this is C1, this is C3, and this is C5. As we know that this will show SIR, that means this benzene ring will not go for resonance, or it will go lesser resonance with the NO2. That means this CN bond will not face more resonance. That means it would create single bond character. Okay, it would create a more single bond character in this C1 and C3 bonds. That means Cl n bonds and C3 n bond, C1 n bond or C3N bonds are of the same length, and as we know, there are no SIR effect here. There is no SIR effect, so it will go into resonance and will create double bond character. So the bond length decrease. Answer would be what? C. Let's move to the next part of it, which will also help you to understand SIR effect. Arrange the following carbocation in the increasing order of stability. Carbocation gets stabilized if it would go into resonance, or it should not feel minus M effect of any compound or group. So what would be the answer? GM says A. Carbocation stability. C. Someone says C. Rest all are doing hopefully C. Hopefully C. Let me think once. This CH3, what this CH3 is doing here? It is showing plus H effect, which is better for carbocation stability. Okay. Now this is NO2, which will show minus M, which is not good for the stability of carbocation. If the minus M of this effect would get decreased, the carbocation stability would relatively increases. That means NO2 will feel SIR effect, so the resonance with the benzene ring will get decreased or lost. That means it will not able to show any resonance effect. No resonance, so no resonance effect. It will show only minus I because of these bulky groups, which will throw this NO2 out of the benzene ring. Throw this NO2 out of the plane of the benzene ring. So no resonance effects, only minus I. That means this positive charge would be relatively more stable than the second one. So the stability order would be first, and then third, and then second. The answer would be what? B. बिल्कुल सही. AP says C and then B. Wow. Now let's move to the next part, which is basic strength, which is absolutely opposite to the acidic strength. Basic strength, that means ability to donate lone pair. Ability to donate lone pair. Ability to donate lone pair, or in other words, on a beautiful way, unstability of lone pair. Unstability of lone pair. Directly proportional to what? Localization of lone pair. Inversely proportional to what? Delocalization of lone pair. Directly proportional to what? Directly proportional to the concentration of OH minus. Directly proportional to what? Kb, base dissociation constant. Inversely proportional to minus log of Kb, pKb. Directly proportional to what? POH. Inversely proportional, sorry. Directly proportional to what? pH. So these are the things we need to consider. Similarly, basic strength is directly proportional to what? Plus M, then plus H, and then plus I, then destabilized by minus I, then minus H, and lastly what? Minus M. So these are these things we need to consider. And last one is SIP. We have studied SIR. This is the cousin of SIR, SIP. So confused with B and C. Where? B and C, yes. Because of SIR, the minus M effect got cancelled out. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next part of it, which is SIP, which is the cousin of SIR, steric inhibition of protonation. Inhibition of protonation due to steric reason. Let's move. This SIP effect is only and only and only observed in what? Aniline. This is the effect which is observed in aniline only. If this aniline get H plus, this is called as protonation, and if something happens and this protonation is inhibited, that's why it is called, then it would be called as what? Inhibition of protonation. Now what will happen if I don't know about, I don't learned about what? SIP, and someone asked compare the basic strength of A and B. What will happen? I'll ask from myself. This CH3 would show plus H and plus I. That would be great for the basic strength, isn't it? So this plus I and plus H will increase the basic strength, and the order would be B would be greater than A. No, incorrect. That's why we are learning SIP. Now what will happen? We have already discussed NH2 is not bulky. This will not show SIR effect, whereas NH3 like CH3 is bulky. So now what will happen? Now the CH3, which is already bulky, says to NH2, please, you will not take H plus. I will not allow you to take H plus. If you take this H plus, you will become bulky, and you are bulky and I am already bulky. We will feel steric repulsion, and this steric repulsion will increase the potential energy of the system, which will make us unstable. So this CH3 will not allow this smaller NH2 group to convert into a bulky NH3 plus group by what? Absorbing what? H plus. So this CH3 is actually inhibiting NH2 to take what? Protonate, to take H plus. That's why it is called as steric inhibition of resonance. So ortho substituted aniline with a bulky group is very less basic compared to the meta and para substituted aniline. Getting my point? So this occur actually in what? Aniline only. So compare the basic strength among all three compounds. What would be the basic strength? If aniline gets substituted with the bulky group at the ortho position, the basic strength of the compound decreases. What would be the order of basic strength among A, B, C? What would be your answer? But sir, positively charged species are less in size. Yes, but we are attaching one more hydrogen here, my dear friend. This is NH2, which add H plus. We have already considered carbon CH3 was bulky, so it is cousin of CH3 only. Getting my point? Now that means the answer would be yes, A, B and C. Now the next question, which is out of the world, I'll type here only. This would be out of the world question. What would be the comparison of basic strength? This will open your eyes, and this will make you understand what is the difference between SIP and SIR. SIP is considered only and only and only and only and only and only in aniline. Write your answer. What would be the order of basic strength? This you have already done right. What would be the order of basic strength in this question? A is better than B. Okay. B is greater than A is greater than B, B, A, B, B, A, B, A, B, B. Okay. The answer would be this. Here no SIP. SIP only occur in NH2, which is which is trying to become bulky from non-bulky. But here this compound is already bulky, and putting CH3 at ortho position will make this whole sp2 nitrogen out of the plane. So what will happen? This is an SIR effect, which will not allow this lone pair to go into resonance with the benzene ring. That means this lone pair is doing resonance, delocalized lone pair hai. This lone pair is what? Somewhat localized. So this is localized lone pair, and localized lone pair is actually ready to get donated. That means SIR can increase acidic as well as basic strength. Getting my point? Acidic as well as basic strength. So here this is SIP effect and this is SIR effect. Getting my point? So this is SIP. Let's do some questions of 2019 JEE mains which will ask about the order of PKB. PKB means PKB is inversely proportional to what? KB is inversely proportional to what? Basic strength. That means it is asking about the least basic first. Least basic would be having highest PKB values. So write the correct me if I am wrong. The compound which would be having minus M would be having highest PKB. So what would be the order of PKB? 2019. So time starts now. Tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick 4, tick tick 5, tick tick 6. I'm from Patancharuvu. B A N B N क्या है? Yes. B and D. So what would be the order of PKB? Least basic. Least basic we are needing. That means least basic matlab NO2 which would be having minus M will decrease the basic strength. So PKB highest value of PKB will goes to option C, and then fluorine. This would be the C. Order would be C, and then A, and this would show plus H, and this is plus M. Plus M would be of in the last order. This D. This would be so CADB. Where is CADB? Where is CADB? Bombay. GS says correct. Wow. So let's do the second question. JEE Advanced 2019. Leave it. We'll do some more interesting questions. Yes. Write increasing order of the basic strength of the following. This question is all about localization and delocalization. So isn't Cl shows plus I? For halogens like Cl, minus I effect is more powerful than plus M, my dear friend. So net effect is withdrawing. For halogens only, inductive effect is more powerful than resonance. So this lone pair is going into resonance. This lone pair is localized. This lone pair is going into resonance also. Now what is difference between A and C? So B is localized one, so it would be at the first position. Now what about A and C? A lone pair is going into resonance, where in case of C, lone pair is also going into resonance. But what is the difference between A lone pair and C lone pair? Lone pair A is reason for aromaticity, so it cannot be donated. Reason for aromaticity. If it get donated, the aromaticity would get lost, so it would not be donated because it is the reason for aromaticity. Whereas this lone pair is not reason for aromaticity. If it would be donated, then also this benzene would behave aromatic. That means If a lone pair is reason for aromatic, it would not be donated at any cost. That means what would be the order of basic strength? B and then C and then A. बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हो. B, C, A. Who answered like this? B, C, A. AG say at the last point B, C, A. Let's move to the next part of it. Write increasing order of basic strength of the following: NO2, CN, OMe, NH2. Very easy. On the basis of mesomeric effect, we can answer. Okay, yes, no problem. This is called as silly mistake. Lastly, we are going to discuss about the acid-base reaction and their feasibility. So answer this question. We'll move towards what? Acid-base reactions. ABCD. This is minus M, which will decrease the basic strength, minus M, and it would be having plus M, and this would be show plus M. Plus M of nitrogen is better than the OMe because nitrogen has less electronegativity, so it will donate its lone pair in a better way. That means D. Secondly, C. Now NO2 and CN. Minus M of CN is relatively lower compared to the NO2, so B and then A. So answer would be D, C, B, A. Yes, D, C, B, A. Okay. Okay, KP says ABCD. Okay, fine. Let's move to the next part, acid-base reactions. Acid-base reaction. You would be asked about the feasibility of acid-base reaction like this. We need to consider this trick, but this trick is in Hindi. So you need to learn it in Hindi. Mnemonics. F बोले तो formic acid. This is benzoic acid. We need to learn the order. This is acetic acid, CH3 C double bond OH. C for carbonic acid, H2CO3. P for phenol. M for methanol. Methanol is the only alcohol which is more acidic than water. Rest all alcohols are less acidic. This is this is ethanol. So what is the order of acidic strength? F, B, A, C, P, M, V. So learn this order so that you can answer the questions of acid-base reaction feasibility easily. How to learn it? It is like फिर बोला. अगर किसी ने CID देखा है तो इसका आंसर कर सकता है. ACP प्रद्युमन. ACP प्रद्युमन. M for मुजरिम. मुजरिम ने पानी मिलाया है शराब में. This is the best way to learn. फिर बोला ACP प्रद्युमन, मुजरिम ने पानी मिलाया है शराब में. So this is the way to learn, my dear friends. So if you learn this trick, you can answer the feasibility reaction questions easily. Let's have an example. Reaction goes like this: strong acid, strong base to weak acid, weak base. This is the feasibility of the reaction. So we need to check the feasibility of reaction like this only, like NaHCO3. Reaction will be feasible or not? C double bond O minus and H2CO3. In other words, it is asked whether this reaction will liberate CO2 or not, because H2CO3 will convert into CO2 and break down into CO2 and water easily. Yes. So we need to decide this order, whereas strong acid, strong base should be in the reactant side. Then only the reaction would be feasible. If strong acid and strong base would come in the product side, that means the reaction would not be feasible. So let's check. This would be acid. Decide acid base on both the direction. This would be base. This is giving H plus to this. So if after giving this H plus, this will form a conjugate base, and the conjugate base would be this. So this is conjugate base. and after getting the H plus, this will form a conjugate acid. So this would be acid. So we have marked acid base both the side. Now compare any of it, either base of left side or right side, or acid of left side or right side. Compare any one of it. That means any one pair. Let's say we know acetic acid here is more acidic compared to the H2CO3, which is carbonic acid. Acetic acid is more acidic than carbonic acid. That's why we can mark it strong acid, and this would be marked as what? Weak acid. Now mark blindly, it would surely be strong and it would surely be weak. That means this reaction would be feasible. In other words, any acid which is more acidic than H2CO3 will liberate CO2 after reacting with NaHCO3. In other words, mark my point, any acid which is more acidic than H2CO3 will liberate CO2 after reacting with NaHCO3. Getting my point? So this is the way to learn about the feasibility of the reaction. So this is the way we can answer the feasibility of the reaction. What kind of questions been asked in 2020 JEE Mains? While titrating dilute HCl with NaOH, which of the following will not required? You are titrating the NaOH with HCl, putting indicator phenolphthalein. What are the things which are not required? You need a burette, you need a pipette to suck it out, you need a clamp to fix the burette, you need a porcelain tile to watch against a light background. What are the things which you actually not required in the lab? This is being asked. Thank you, CH. What will the answer? JB says D, GM says yes. We don't need Bunsen burner. We need not to supply heat to the system. No measuring cylinder is required. So answer would be what? Purely D. Yes. So this is the way to answer, my dear friends. This is the way to answer, and this was the revision of GOC 2. Let's make it the last question, and let's meet in the next class, guys. We are going to study about hydrocarbon. You will be getting what, DPP2. So go check it out, the DPP2, and get the notes for revision. So let's make this class off. Bye guys. It was a great session. Bye bye. Keep learning with Amazon. Bye bye. Happy learning.
For detailed videos, daily practice problems and live chat, visit academy.amazon.in or download the app.